Hey, what's going on, y'all? I'm Khalil from Charm City Buyers.
Hey, and I'm Kiara from Charm City Buyers, and today we're going to talk about how you can invest in Baltimore regardless of where you are. So the hot topic these days is out-of-state investing. Why? Because it's too expensive to invest in Cali, in New York, in DC, and when you're smart, you know that Baltimore, from a location perspective, is in the perfect spot to invest, right? Why? Because we're an hour from DC, an hour from Philadelphia. We have a major airport. Amtrak is spending tons of dollars to upgrade and make sure people can come in and out of Baltimore with ease. We're only a few hours from New York City.
And because you've got us to look over your property and make sure things are going well.
Here's a few things that you need to know if you are looking to invest in Baltimore.
Number one, make sure you understand the area. Whatever neighborhood you're looking at, whatever investment you're looking to make in the different properties, make sure you understand it thoroughly and have feet on the ground.
Yeah, Baltimore is block to block, right? So what does that mean? That means you can be in one neighborhood, in one zip code, and from one side of the street to the other can be completely different comps, completely different properties. And so it's really, really, really important that as you look to Baltimore as your target place to invest, that you're learning the city, or you have folks that you're working with who understand the city and kind of point you in the right direction. Not because you shouldn't invest in certain areas, but because you need to understand how to pull your comps, how to pull those homes that can give you an idea of how much your property is or will be worth down the line.
Number two, one of the most important pieces in investing out of state is making sure you understand the legal side of it. Make sure you understand the rules, the permitting structure, the laws, all of the different things that can make or break any type of investment.
Yeah, what's really cool about real estate is that in general, process is the same wherever you go. It's the nuances of different locations that are really gonna get you from point A to point B. So what we make sure we're doing with folks that we work with is that you know how to be successful in Baltimore. That means how you interact with Baltimore tenants, what you should be knowing and understanding about the eviction process, the permit process, how do you get your inspections done timely, right? How do you identify contractors? How do you do all of these things so that you are positioned for success, right? In Baltimore, you have to get a Baltimore City inspection to be able to legally rent your property. Did you know that? Maybe not, because you don't know about Baltimore. So you really have to make sure that you're learning about the city that you're looking to invest in.
So the tactics that we coach in real estate are applicable everywhere. But if you want to be successful in this city, knowledge will not be a problem. We want to give you everything that you want and need to ensure that you are successful when looking at Baltimore as a place for your next property. Which brings us to our next point, your team.
So your team in real estate is everything, right? You want to surround yourself with folks that can help keep the train moving even when you're not physically here. So whether that means folks like us that have your back and kind of guide you along the way, or your maintenance crew, someone that helps you fill your rental with tenants and tenant placement, whether you have someone that is going to do all of your inspections and get your lead and your property inspection and all of these other things, you have to surround yourself with a team that's gonna help keep you be successful and kind of, like I said, run that train whether you're sitting there or not.
And part of your team is gonna be your systems, the things you have in place to make sure that your operation is flowing as efficiently as possible. In fact, you want it to be flowing so well that you don't have to be there. So your online systems, so you can collect rent. Your tenants can send their maintenance requests online, straight to your inbox. They may not even have to call you or text you. You just get it to your inbox and you decide which contractors you need to deploy and dispatch. All of your online systems are gonna be helpful when you're renting out of state.
Yes, and if you don't wanna manage yourself, you can always get a property manager, right? You have a property manager that can go there, be at your property, in your place, and have someone that can handle the tenants, make sure you're getting your money, your checks every single month, but also keeping your property moving, right? Your team is everything, regardless of where you are. But here specifically in Baltimore, you want folks that understand how to keep things moving here.
The goal is not to have that headache in the middle of the night from states away or cities away. You want to have it so optimized and so efficient that you don't have to worry about it. You just know that it's performing.
Absolutely. And so one of the things that we are really, really passionate about doing is transforming Baltimore. But the best way for us to do that is to connect with you, right? Is to help support you to buy back the block right alongside of us as we look to transform, rebuild, and really reinvigorate Baltimore City. So if you're looking to invest in Baltimore, come on, check us out. Check out our NEXTGen Accelerator, where we are supporting folks to buy property in Baltimore, build their portfolios, and really just be a part of this community, right? We're very, very passionate about making sure that folks have the tools, the resources, and the guidance to be successful while we are rebuilding the city.
We've got NEXTGen Accelerator participants from Florida, California, Chicago, all over. It doesn't matter where you are, you can invest in Baltimore and be part of this change, be part of the renaissance that's happening while also generating some wealth for yourself.
Absolutely. So in addition to the curriculum and learning all about Baltimore with workbooks and worksheets and tons of stuff, private Facebook group, the whole 9 yards, you get us, right? We're doing weekly calls. We're talking to you one-on-one. Folks have my cell phone number that they are texting me all day long, every day, because we want to make sure that our NEXTGen Accelerator is positioned for success at all times. So make sure you click below, click right here, click on top, wherever it's at, so that you can apply to join our NEXTGen Accelerator. This year, 2020, our goal is to buy 220 units in 2020. That means we're going all out on making sure folks like you have the resources and information to do exactly that. We're buying back the block.
So come check out Charm City. You want to make sure you're part of this. And always see us online on our website, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.
Charm City Buyers. Here's the thing. We've been actually out-of-state investors for quite some time, so there's a few little tips, hints, and hacks to make sure you can be successful regardless of where you buy out of state, even though you should definitely be buying in Baltimore.
The first property that we had, we've got tenants who are maintaining the property. Yes, that's right. For a couple of dollars off of their rent each month, one of them cuts the grass, another one shovels the snow. We want to make sure it's a self-contained community and they're taking care of the property as if it's their own, and they fall in love with it. And they fall in love with the space and the neighborhood. That way, if somebody really cares about it and you're reducing their rent by them providing additional services, it helps everybody.
Absolutely. So we provide that incentive, right? You shovel the snow, you get a little bit off. If you mow the grass, you get a little bit off. And so that helps, like Khalil said, keep the house running smoothly, people taking ownership in the space, and it's one less maintenance crew we have to call.
Exactly. One other thing that we do, which is crucial, is we rent it below market. Yes, that's right, rent it below market. Why is that? Because they can't find a less expensive property in their area where they're looking to live. Right. So they're gonna stay there. They're gonna stay as comfortable as possible. Now, when you're renting below market, that doesn't mean you provide less quality to your tenants. You provide the same, if not better quality, but the stabilization and keeping your property nice and stable allows you to predict the income that's coming in and use that when going forward to grow your business. It's important to make sure that your tenants are staying in, and the best way to keep them in is to rent it below market.
Yep, you don't want to be out of state and have to worry about turnovers and worry about finding new tenants and dealing through that whole process. So the longer you keep a tenant, the better. You want people to stay for years and years and years. And one of the ways to do that is keeping that property below market.
For other tips, tricks, and hacks like this, come on down and check us out.
See you soon.